I told you there would be a moment. Well, guess what? The moment's here. The fight is coming. Let's go!
Boxing King Media in association with Boxro are here in Doncaster at the Stefy Bull Boxing Academy with Sylvester, 10-0, just preparing for a big fight. Probably your biggest fight of your career so far against the undefeated Harry Fryer, Lewis.
Yeah, biggest fight so far. Harry Fryer's a good kid, we're both undefeated. I think he's 7-0, I'm 10-0, so it's a good fight. A good fight for my stepping stones. Obviously, got to come through this one before I think of the future, but yeah, I'm ready for it.
Before we get into the fight, and as I was saying there, it's the first time I've met you, so it'd be good to get a little bit of an insight into you. I know you're 10-0, you fight at lightweight, so I know you're from Hull, so just tell me a little bit about yourself. You know, obviously I don't know your life story, but just what got you to boxing? You've been boxing for 2-3 years as a professional.
Yeah, so obviously I'm from Hull, from a little council estate called Gypsyville. Started boxing actually when I was 6, but I was in and out until I was 10, 11, 12ish, and then went to football, come back. Been boxing now since I was 16 properly, like competing, and then yeah, turned pro in 2019. So yeah, I've had a few good years now under my belt. Obviously COVID didn't help, so we all had an 18-month layoff, but yeah, it's been flying since COVID, so I'm excited.
And your whole journey, has it all been under the guidance of Stefy Bull, or have you had other people before?
No, so when I was, because I'm from Hull, I was training in Hull with a young coach called Billy Dawson, good guy, taught me everything up to the level where I'm at now. And then obviously I've come down to Stefy's gym, been here just short of 2 years now, I think it's been. So yeah, I've learned a lot from Stefy and Ray whilst I've been down here. Definitely improving. Definitely found my sort of style and what I fight like, and yeah, to be honest, mate, I've had the right fights now. I've had the hard little fights against your journeyman that have come through when it's been tough, and yeah, ready to step up.
Interesting stuff. So, what made you choose Stefy Bull? I know he's probably next closest trainer to you, but was any of the reasons?
Do you know what? It was just all social media, power of social media, yeah. I just followed Stefy and obviously his story with Terry and all the other fighters in the gym. And I just thought it'd be a good laugh to go train with him. Obviously, you know yourself, boxing's not all about being as professional as it can be. You've got to have a laugh. You've got to be able to switch off, and even though when we're in the gym we're training as hard as we physically can, we still all have that crack and the banter with each other. So when I seen that on social media, I thought that's where I want to be. Obviously, Stefy and Ray, they've had world champions, they've trained British champions, and I thought, well, that's the level I want to get to, so why not go them? And it's not exactly too far from Hull, so.
There's a big myth where a lot of fighters think they've got to sign with a TV promoter and that's the quickest way to the top. But a lot of people don't realise these sort of people like Stefy who kind of doing it at grand level, and there's quite a few locally around here as well. They make you champions and then build you properly, and then when you're ready for that big opportunity, you just got to go out and take it. Like you said there, Terry, Jamie McDonald was with Stefy, Anthony Tomlinson. So there's a lot of fighters. If you've got the right manager, they definitely will guide you. But that's enough praising Stefy Bull. So what improvements has he made to your game?
Well, obviously when I first come down, I was with Ray, and Ray's now got had to go get a full-time job, so he's in and out of the gym. But do you know what? They've kind of just gelled me into the style I'm at. So when I was with my old coach, it was kind of working in one style and the style that could be better for me. But then I've come here and it's kind of like, what style do you think you're good at? And then we'll work on that and build that better. So I think what they've done is they've managed to kind of bring my style out of myself instead of putting me into a style, if you get me. And yeah, it's been a good journey. It's been some journey, like being here for 2 years. It's been long. It feels like we've been here for ages, to be honest. But it's like a family here, and it just makes you feel welcome. There's never days where you feel like, is he pissed off with me or this and that. There's making sure that I'm in the gym. They don't have to ring me and make sure I'm in the gym, but I'm in the gym day in, day out, all year. But yeah, they're just good guys in the gym. Everyone in the gym just gels together.
And so, what is the plan? Obviously, Harry Fry's your next opponent, and I understand that's for eliminator for English title, which is quite a big step up. So, I looked at Harry Fry's record. It looks like he's had a couple of tests on there. I know he beat Carl Sampson recently, where it says on paper he won every single round. I know Carl Sampson's not an easy fight for anyone. And then prior to that, I think he beat a 5-1 kid. Do you reckon that'll give him any sort of advantage going in against you? Because I know you've literally have just fought obviously journeyman.
Well, I've obviously boxed your typical journeyman who come to lose, but I've had a couple of fights where it's been hard. Lee Connolly, he come to win. He told me himself he come to win. What's his name? Jordan Ellison, very good kid. That was a tough fight. Obviously, he come to win. He come off.
He beat somebody recently, did he?
Yeah. He come for it. I'll give him that. He did come for it. But yeah, I feel like but I've had the experience where I've been. I didn't have a 10 round. I was supposed to fight Joe Ducker for an English eliminator, but that fell through a week before. But the full camp, I was sparring 10 rounds, sparring. What's his name? Sam, who Ryan Rose used to coach.
Yeah, Samuel Mason.
Samuel Mason. I was sparring Sam for the Dalton Smith fight, and I was doing 10, 12 rounds with him for all that camp, and then obviously straight into this one from Christmas straight back into this one. So I think my experience in who I've worked with will play a massive part of this, and I fucking train hard, put it that way, so he best be training as hard as me. But no, I just feel like I've got all the attributes to beat Harry Fryer. He's a good kid. I'm not going to take anything away from him. I respect him for taking the fight because obviously he's 7-0. He could probably still have a couple more fights under his belt before he stepped up, but he's took this fight and he stepped up with me. I'm a good kid. I'm a very good fighter. I've got a good chin. I can belt. I can do everything basically. I can fight if I need to. I can box. I just feel like in myself I've got what it takes to get to a top level, to be that British champion. And at the minute, Harry Fry is in front of me trying to stop me and coming to take food off my table, and it's not happening. So yeah.
It's a definitely interesting fight. Yorkshire Derby. I think he's from Leeds, so Leeds Hull should be an interesting fight. And then if the fans want to get any tickets from you, just let them know where they can reach out to you for that.
Yeah, just my social media, Sylvester Boxing. Just drop me a message on there, and then I can get them sent to you. But yeah, it's a good fight. It's a Yorkshire Derby, so we'll see. I mean, obviously, he'll bring the best out of me, and I'll bring the best out of him. It's both our world title shot at the end of the day. It's our step up to the next big thing. So I'm excited for it. I just hope he's training as hard as I am. But no, he's a good kid. I've watched him. I've studied him. He does everything very good. He leaves nothing to. To be honest, he's not one of them fighters where you can really pick what he's bad at or what he's good at, if you get me. He's kind of a well-rounded fighter, so I respect him for that, and I know what he can bring to the table, but I know what I can bring to the table as well.
Good stuff. And just moving away from boxing, so I want to get to know a little bit about yourself. I know you're from Hull, so I think just for the viewers out there, is any myths about Hull that people think or say you want to correct?
Oh, it's a shithole. It is a shithole, but the thing is, it's home, innit? It's one.
Why is it a shithole? Why are you saying that?
It's just full of council estates, isn't it? Obviously, you've got your little plastic gangsters walking around now. Obviously, every city's got them now, but around my area, Gypsyville, it's not that bad. It's everyone knows everyone. Everyone's got each other's back, but it's just the things that are around. There's not much things for young kids to do, and that's obviously why they go towards the crime side and the other side of things. But obviously there's boxing gyms about. There's plenty of boxing gyms in Hull. I want to say there's at least 10 to 12 boxing gyms in Hull that people can go to. So like me, when I was 6, my parents stuck me straight into boxing. They're right, get him out of trouble, put him into boxing. And to be fair, I don't think I'd have been where I am now if my parents didn't do that. I'd have probably been a little shit. But I was heading that way, put it that way. But then obviously when I come back to boxing when I was 16, just sort of put my life into perspective and thought, right, we'll go that way. But yeah, Hull's not a bad place. It's a good place. It's a bit far through. It's at the end of everything, if you know what I mean. Like, it's the end of the train station. Like, not many people come to it. It's not a pass-through city, so if people do come to it, they come to it for a reason. Obviously, Hull City's big now with the football. Hull FC big with the rugby, and I'm trying to make it big with the boxing. And also, we've got another few fighters from Hull who are coming through. So it's getting better. It's getting better.
Things are on the up, and just away from boxing, do you work, or what does you do outside?
I'm a plasterer outside of work, but I run it myself, so I can kind of work when I want. and where I want, and do certain things when I need to. So like obviously I've took 4 weeks off for this fight because it's a big fight, so I need to be putting all the effort into the boxing. But yeah, like I say, I run my own plastering firm. I've got a few personal training, a few PTs that I do with my sponsors and stuff like that. So it's all good. I mean, my sponsors help me out a lot, a hell of a lot. So without them guys, obviously, I probably won't be able to box full time, or at least take 4 weeks out of work. It's going to be a professional boxer full time.
Plastering's quite an interesting gig because I know it's still an art that not many people can find the right plasterer. So I might as well plug your plastering as well. So I'm guessing you just work around Hull, or do you work around anywhere?
Yeah, basically around Hull, but I mean, we can travel. It's not a problem travelling. But yeah, Sylvester and Son Plastering. Me and my dad run it. Just two of us in a van, just going out plastering jobs, doing most people's houses up. But yeah, we're good at it. Put it that way. It's an art form in it, so we take pride in our work. And same thing I do in boxing. When I put 100% into the plastering as I do into the boxing. So yeah, if anyone needs any plastering, shout me out.
Louis, Sylvester, I really appreciate your time. Anything else you want to add before I let you go?
No mate, just thanks for coming down. Appreciate it. Harry Fryer, you best be training hard because I'm coming for you.
Thank you.
I told you there would be a moment. Well, guess what? The moment's here. The fight is coming. Let's go!